Hello and welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Investing Club. I'm your host, Gabe Peterson, and this is the place investors go to gain actionable advice, learn about current market trends, and hear war stories from other professional investors out there in the field today. Before we get started, I have two quick housekeeping items for you. First, if you like this episode, we would very much appreciate a like, subscribe, and share. It is the best way to support the show and keep it running far into the future. Second, if you're a new investor looking to get started in real estate or an experienced investor looking to take your investing to the next level, I've created an ebook just for you that will cover how to find deals that are actually deals, how to finance those deals with little to no money down, and how to exit those deals for maximum value. On top of that, I throw in an insane amount of free bonuses that you'll have access to once you buy the ebook. All I charge is our admin costs to keep this show running. So if you're serious about real estate investing and want to create both active and passive income as an investor, head on over to the website at therealestateinvestingclub.com and click on the button that says get the ebook in the upper right-hand corner to grab yourself a copy. With that said, let's dive right in. Today we have a very special guest with us, ready to drop some investor knowledge on you. So buckle up, grab your pen and paper, and enjoy the ride. All right, we're back with another episode of the Real Estate Investing Club Daily Deal Review. Today we have Miles Noland with us. He was just on a full episode, so if you missed it, go one behind this. He goes deep into his experience with self-storage and getting started as a new investor, going 3 years without any traction, and then just crushing it since this last year. So it's a good episode. Check it out if you missed it. Today he's here to talk about his deal, though. So Ryan, thanks for hopping on the show. Or, sorry,
Thanks.
Ryan is your partner. Man, I just...
That's all right.
Miles, thank you for hopping on the show.
Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah. So, Miles, where was this property located and what type of property was it?
Central Kentucky, and it's a mobile home park.
Mobile home park, Central Kentucky. I love it. Give us a few more details. How many pads, city water, city sewer? What's the deets about the property?
So 79 pads, 64 homes, and 60 occupied. City water, city sewer, direct bill, which is nice.
Nice. 64 homes, 60 occupied. Wow. But 79. So is this all park-owned homes?
Well, there's 8. There was 8
Okay.
park-owned homes. The rest are tenant owned.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, so how did you go about finding this property?
It was a cold call, and I had a good conversation. But owner said his accountant was in South America for 3 months, and then I stayed in touch, and then it was COVID, and then finally he was ready.
So the lesson there is do not give up. Keep calling. Eventually, they're going to want to sell, even if they don't say it the first time. In fact, most of the times they won't say it the first time, so keep calling. Moving on, this is about price. So how'd you guys decide on the price?
Honestly, I thought it was worth about 1.5. The seller was not budging off 1.9, so decently far apart. But just after further analysis and a great location, and then obviously direct bill, city water, city sewer is a good thing. And I 10 minutes from where I grew up, and I was able to make it work along with some creative financing.
Love hearing that. Creative financing is where it's at, and that is actually the next question. So how'd you go about financing it?
Well, I mean, he was mostly, I actually kind of brought this up, and the owner's actually a fairly sophisticated guy. He was just checked out and hadn't even been there in 3 years, and it was kind of rough. Tenant base and operations, collections, cleanup weren't great. So I kind of brought up, hey, I know you're worried about your taxes. The park's kind of rough. Obviously, it's going to be a big job. Have you ever thought about a master lease with option? And so he didn't really say anything, but he came back to me a few weeks later and he said, I think that's a really good idea because I'm really worried about my tax burden. and I know it's going to be a big turnaround for you guys. And so we were able to get in with about 8.5% down. So it really, and it was still tight because the purchase price, especially the first year, but just that little down allowed the numbers to work and gave us time to improve it.
Damn, 8.5%. That is great. Every time that I make an offer, I say, "Can we do? Are you interested in seller financing?" And my offer has 10% down, and they always laugh it out, which they should. I have no hard feelings there. But I feel like every seller wants 50% down. It's just like 8.5% is unheard of. So that is killer.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you financed it. You got a master lease option. That is great. How did you guys go about adding value once you purchased?
Well, it wasn't easy because, COVID, right in the middle of COVID. So it was tough. We had some bad characters we needed to evict, and it took, we're still working on it, but we were able to evict some bad characters and just really clean up. We really tried to enforce the rules with our manager and honestly collections are dramatically improved since we took it over, just because the owner was not paying attention. A lot of it was cash or checks. We were able to, give them an online cash pay option, or they can go to a Walmart service center to pay, and just gave them using technology a little bit more rather than our manager. And so collections and cleanup have been a big deal, and able to do a few handyman specials, but we're still in process. It's gotten better, but it's still not there yet. So
no, I mean, it is always a process, but it sounds like you guys got some good value add there. And I love that you said you cleaned up the community, because that really does add value, is getting the people out of there who are detracting from the community versus adding to it. So that's great. Next question. Sounds like you guys are still holding this, so you don't have an actual exit right now, but what is the projected exit? And kind of take us through the numbers of purchasing, rehabbing, and then, pro forma exit.
Yeah, I mean, we have a 3-year term, so we've actually floated the idea. It's been about a year, so we've actually kind of floated the idea of, or we could keep it for 2 more years, but we've kind of looked basically since we were able to get so low money down, if we were able at the price, and we're just under contract, it fell out, but at the price that we're looking at, it's probably worth around, I would say probably 2.4, 2.45, something like that. So, and we would probably, double our money invested if we're, if that worked out at that price. So we'll see. We don't really know yet, but that honestly could be a really good deal if that worked out. And what has allowed us to do that is really the amount of money that we were able to put down. So,
yep, I love it. Cool. So that leads us to the last question about lessons. Every deal you do has a lesson inside of it, and I'm sure this is a big one for you since it was one of your first. So what is the biggest lesson you learned through this process?
Biggest lesson is really asking an owner questions. So like you can't really determine. I really like to ask a lot of questions, because then you can really find out what their needs are. If their primary need is minimizing their tax burden, maybe they would be open to seller finance or master lease with option, and finding out what they need, and also just getting to know them, asking them questions personally, and trying to find some common ground, because the more they like you, the better chance you have. So, I mean, I was able to beat out a couple people because the relationship was stronger. And then, and we have another deal, with the same owner that would be by far our largest, deal to date. It's supposed to close in a month. But he likes us and he trusts us now. And so just by that relationship building, there's more opportunities that can come that way, especially if you find an owner that owns, multiple properties, and he's, a little bit older. So there can still be some more opportunities there. So that's biggest thing that I've learned. It's not all about price. It's like, it can be about the relationship and the trust level too. So,
yep. That's everybody repeats that same lesson, and which just means it's something that you really need to take to heart. Real estate is all about relationships. It doesn't matter if you're talking about the seller, if you're talking about your tenants, they're all relationships. So make sure you treat every relationship as it should be treated, with respect, and eventually something will come of it. So awesome. That concludes the Daily Deal Review. So Miles, thank you for hopping on and talking about your deal.
Great. Thanks for having me.
All right. And as I said earlier, this is Miles did a full episode. So if you missed that, check it out. It's one behind this. He goes into his experience going into mobile home parks and now self-storage. So if you missed that, check it out. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great week. Keep rocking real estate, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Real Estate Investing Club. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I enjoyed putting it on, and we're able to pull some actionable advice that you can apply in your own investing today in the field. Before you go, we have a gift for you. If you're a new investor looking to get started, or an established investor looking to take your investing to the next level, I've created an ebook just for you, available on our website. This ebook will cover how I was able to create both active and passive income in real estate with very little money to start with. In it, I will address the 3 most often cited obstacles new and veteran investors run into by showing you how to find deals that are actually deals, how to finance a deal with little to no money down, and how to exit those deals for maximum value. And if you get the ebook today, I am throwing in a bundle of bonuses, 7 of them to be exact. The first one will be the off-market lead generation blueprint, which will take you through the exact systems and processes we use to generate off-market leads like clockwork, which is the most important skill when it comes to creating wealth in real estate. The second bonus is the A to Z REI systems and vendors guide, which will allow you to peek under the hood of our business and see the exact tools, systems, and even the vendors we use to see the success that we do. And the third bonus is the top 100 best performing keywords pack, which will give you the exact keywords we use to target motivated sellers online using PPC ads. The fourth bonus is our contracts bundle for wholesaling and renting real estate, which will give you access to all the contracts we use in the field to execute all different types of transactions. After that is the Investors Quick Analysis Calculator and Offer Tool, which will allow you to quickly calculate whether a deal is an actual deal and will allow you to create an offer automatically from those calculations. This is a lot of bonuses that I said. I'm just going to keep going down the list. Number 6 is the Investors Daily Success Tracker, which is a tracker you can use to ensure you are taking the right actions day in and day out to reach your financial goals in real estate. And the last bonus is the Wholesalers Template for Quick Assignment Cash, which will give you the templates we use to present our wholesale deals professionally and efficiently to our buyers. Whew, that is a bundle. So it's a mouthful. You get all of those bonuses for free when you download the ebook. All we charge is the admin cost to run the show. So if you're interested in the ebook and the bonus bundle, head on over to the website at therealestateinvestingclub.com. Click on Get the Ebook Bundle at the top of the page to take advantage of that deal. And with that said, I hope you have a fantastic day, an even better week. Keep rocking real estate, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. All right, before I officially sign off, I have a quick announcement to make. If you're interested in becoming a passive investor in one of my deals, my own company, Kaizen Properties, is looking for capital partners for our upcoming projects. We invest in what are known as recession-resistant assets, mainly self-storage facilities, mobile home and RV parks, and industrial properties. If you're interested in investing and would like to learn a little bit more about my company, our investing criteria, and some of the previous projects we've done, go to the Real Estate Investing Club podcast at therealestateinvestingclub.com and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. Click on the Invest With Us button. That'll pop up the investor form. Fill that out, and we will reach back out to you as soon as we can. Or if you prefer a little bit more of a personal touch, you can reach out to me at gabe@therealestateinvestingclub.com. So really, that is it. Again, it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys during this episode, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.